What is up, everybody, and welcome back to almost the top of our mountain. We're actually working in the saddle on our mountain, the top of our 10-acre homestead here in North Idaho that we've been working on, man, for over 3 years now. We got some trees down behind us that you can see. In this video, we're going to be pulling those trees out and kind of just stacking them up.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's get everybody up to speed on what we have going on here today. If you guys have been following the channel for any amount of time, you'll know that Liz and I bought 10 acres of very affordable property when we were beginning this whole journey. And one of the reasons that this property was very affordable, as you can see right here, that there's a power line that comes right over the top of our mountain. Luckily, pretty far away from the house. We can't see it from the house. We did tie into that for our power. But since there is an easement for this going right across the tops of these mountains, that means that the power company is allowed to come in here and clear the trees so they don't get too big and put the power line kind of in jeopardy. So they did that. They knocked all these trees down. They had a tree crew come out and safely knock a lot of trees down here. And what Liz and I are doing today, since this is all technically our property, is we're gonna pull those trees out and kind of just deck them up, save them for either firewood or for milling. Like I said, the power lines just have like the right of way to come in here and do this work.
Right.
There still are trees, so.
Right, makes it kind of nice, it's free or, lumber that's already on the ground, so works for us.
Yeah, it works for us. They're totally in their jurisdiction. We knew that this was a thing when we bought the property. We're totally good with it, especially since they come in and knock all the trees down, and all we have to do is pull them out and get them out of the way. They will come back and clean up their mess. We're just trying to get the bulk of the good timber before they come in with one of those brush heads on an excavator and crunch all this stuff up, make it like mulchy. So yeah, got a lot of trees to pull out.
Let's do it. These trees are turning out to be like bigger and more stuck than we thought they were. In the past, we've always had like a fairly easy time, I feel like, pulling these trees out, even with the four-wheeler. But the four-wheeler didn't work, so we ran and grabbed the pickup. That's not really working either. We got lucky that yellow strap didn't break. It just slipped off the tree. But yeah, they're in there really, really tight. So we have to reevaluate. I think what we're going to do is set up a couple of those snatch blocks so that we can pull this thing out straight rather than like at a kind of funky angle. I think that'll work. It should, right?
Too bad we don't have an excavator or something. I'm gonna get
That'd be too easy. Okay, so let's get that all set up. Tree number 2. Okay, that's probably good. Okay, tree number 3, and then we're gonna start breaking them down. Okay, that worked out really good with those snatch blocks. Should have just done that from the beginning, but now we know those work awesome. I think we're gonna work on getting these 3 trees all like cleaned up. Put the pile of branches right over here. We'll bring the wood chipper up after lunch and get a whole bunch of, like a big pile of wood chips going. So that'll be nice. But yeah, get these cleaned up so that we can get them piled up nicely. Okay guys, so we got 4 good sized trees all limbed up right over here. We actually need them on this side. That way we can still have access up to the top of the mountain. So we brought the PV and the cant hook up here. So we've got to roll them from this side over to this side. Might have to cut the long ones like in half or however we need to in order for them to just like fit into a nice pile right in this spot over here at the saddle. So we'll just kind of keep adding to that pile here, and yeah, but until we need them down at the bottom for either milling or firewood.
We have maybe 5 chunks pulled out right now, and we've got a couple more further down. It looks like we have 1 more right here, so maybe we'll take this first one right here, and then we're gonna move our rigging to a bigger tree further down so we continue to pull it like pretty much parallel to what we want to pull, so we're not pulling against all these other trees. So let's get this last one out and then we'll move. I didn't see that one.
Let me just move this.
All right, guys. So next morning, working back up here, clearing these trees out. We got a lot done yesterday. Got a little worn towards the end. So let's see. Flip this around and show you guys. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are 2 halves. So maybe like 7 pretty good trees total. We have, this is ponderosa pine, ponderosa. I think this one here is a white pine, and all these chunks over on this side are all red fir. Out of all of these are the best pieces of firewood, but we're gonna burn all of these. But it's not gonna be for a while now. We'll let these sit up here for like a year, let them dry out, and then they'll be ready for firewood. So we got a pretty good amount done yesterday, and we have quite a bit more work to do today. I just got this tree cut that's across the road. We need to pull that out, and I want to show you guys how many more trees are right up here, how many more we have to go. It's so many. So you can see where Liz and I have been working down here. All of these stumps right over here are all trees that we've pulled out. They're decked up behind the truck. So we've been pulling these trees downhill this way. And guys, look at this. We have so many more trees to pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I know there's quite a few even over this edge. So I think what Liz and I are going to end up doing is turning this into a multi-part video, probably another part 2 here in about a week or so, because there's a lot of trees, man. Especially since the excavator is broke down. We can't just, bring that thing up here, because it would make it so much easier to pull the trees out and clean all of this up if we had the excavator. But unfortunately, it's kind of out of commission right now. So yeah, lots of handwork, but that's all right. It's good for you. It's a good workout, and it's got a good purpose. It's real good firewood here in about a year. This is a good chunk of firewood. So I think the next thing we're going to do just today is get this one tree cleaned out right here. We're pulled out, and then we're going to clean up the rest of this junk. We got a good pile to chip. And man, that is, yeah, even that pile alone to chip it, that's going to take quite a while. So, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We have the road passable again. We cut that one tree out of the way, pulled it back up here, limbed it all up, added it to this pile. The pile is looking pretty good. We got a decent amount of firewood. Obviously, like I said earlier, it is not dry.
No.
This is gonna have to sit here for at least 1 year.
Yeah, which is fine. We've
Which
got
is fine.
Tons of wood. It's definitely very satisfying to do vlogging like this, I guess. Like, it's a lot of work, but it's cool to see the logs sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
That were once trees.
Yeah, just not too long ago, all cleaned up, turned into a pole of a tree. And yeah, some of these are pretty good size. We might actually save one of these red firs for the mill.
Yeah, it's good. It's big.
Yeah, some of these are really good size. So we're stoked about all that. And man, there is so many more back in these trees right behind us.
Seriously.
Still need to pull out. So we're kind of contemplating possibly bringing the excavator up here.
Yeah.
It just make it so much easier than trying to do all this by hand. But we'll see. We don't want to completely ruin that thing either.
Seriously, yeah, lots more work ahead of us, so we kind of want to baby the excavator a little bit until it's totally fixed.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I
Yep.
want to give it a try.
For sure. Part 1 complete.
Yeah, stay tuned. We've got lots more logs to pull out. We appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you next time.
See you later.